Hi everyone, I'm Bill Torgerson. Welcome to the RC 2001 for the spring semester of 2022. I'm looking at a script here that I'm going to follow to welcome you to the class. You can call me Torg. This is actually two sections of the RC 2001 class. I took the 196, section 196 class and imported it into 183 because it's the same assignment schedule. So we've got like 36 students enrolled on our As You Learn page. We'll look at that in a second. This is an asynchronous class. We never meet at an assigned time. All of your assignments are supposed to be due at 11:59 p.m. Every once in a while, there's a lot of clicks in creating an assignment on the As You Learn page, and maybe I forget to change that time or it automates and I don't change it. Email me about any problems that you're having, torgersonwj@appstate.edu. Our page, which is right here, it'll end up looking a little bit different because the welcome video that I'm making now is going to go there. And let's scroll down and just sort of check out assignments and how you'll complete your first assignment. This is a picture of me. Here's the announcements. I'll primarily communicate through announcements to remind you about assignments due or something that's going to be a big project coming up. So I got to scroll a little bit and to get started on the course. This is our first assignment. It's due on January 17th. It's due at 11:59. The assignment is pretty easy. You're changing your avatar. So if I bump this down a little, here's my avatar. You don't have to include a picture. It could be a flower. It could be your dog. It can be your picture if you want. That helps me to start, associating something with you other than your name. So, but not only do you have to change the avatar, you have to post it in this forum. So sometimes this is an assignment that only I can see. Sometimes it's a forum. So every assignment here, I click on it, and then you'll get some really detailed directions in a Google Doc that tells you what to do. Sometimes I include a video that shows you how to do things. Okay, so if I keep going, let's look at a couple more assignments. Just if I keep going, so this is due January 18th. So you got an assignment due Tuesday. It's super short. So the very next day, Wednesday, you're commenting on your classmates' avatars. And then we start getting into the idea of understanding discourse, and we'll say more about that later. You got a YouTube. So I just keep going, and there's 2 or 3 assignments a week. If the assignments are short, it's usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes when you start having like a paper to write, I might give you 4 or 5 days to do that. And so I've got that divided up. The assignments are divided up into sections. Most things are due at 11:59. So back to my script. There's no textbook to buy. There is a digital textbook embedded on the website, on the course As You Learn page. So Voices for Change, that's right here. I click on that. You'll one time have to say agree to click an agree button, and then the whole textbook's in here. We have some assignments later that help orient you to the textbook. So I'll wait a second until that loads. Here it is. And so we'll use that a little bit later in the class. I would suggest checking your email every day, Monday through Friday. You will always hear from me. If you email me like on a Monday, the latest you'll hear back from me should be Tuesday night. So the next day into the day. So I'm checking email almost every day. Sometimes on the weekends I'm traveling. And you should be checking that. If you're missing an assignment, I might email you about opportunities to make it up. We already looked at the headings for the class. Let's just pop on the syllabus, and I'm going to read 1, 2, 6, and 8 beliefs. So one good reason to look at the syllabus is it explains how I'm going to figure your grade, how things are worth points. So again, click here to a Google Doc. Here's your full syllabus. And so I'll just give you a couple examples here, and maybe it'll be enough to perk your interest. 1, everyone can learn to write more effectively. So sometimes you say you're not a good writer, but you almost never write. So don't just say you're a bad writer and you're not going to do well in this class. Honestly, people who turn in their assignments on time are almost always getting an A or a B. Writing is thinking. When you become a better writer, you become a better thinker. And I could keep going on these beliefs about writing that might interest you. And then as we scroll down, tips for success in the course. Don't glance at messages from me on your phone. It seems like lots of students tend to forget these messages. So you're riding the bus, you glance at your phone, you see you got a reminder from me, but you're out and about doing things, and so you forget about what you were supposed to do. So, and we're all have our own ways of succeeding, but I like to be sitting at my desk. I have a desktop. You might have a laptop. I actually use an iPad and a notes app called Notability. And so when I'm reading emails, I'm jotting down things I have to do. I used to do that on paper. Now I do that digitally. Let's go back to my script. Just a couple more things. I'll give you more on this later, but if you haven't used Google Docs, we use it a lot. One really main thing you got to do, come over here to this blue, when you write in the Google Doc, you title stuff over here. On the left, welcome video script. On the right, you click share. I can change this. I've already changed it to anyone with the link. It could just be people at App State. That always works fine. But if you forget to log into your App State email, I go anyone with the link. And then you guys can comment on this script if you wanted. I don't know why you would, but I could change that to editor. But you've always got to, people do pretty well with changing this so that we can read what you've written, but a lot of students at the beginning, they forget to put commenter. That allows us to comment on your writing. You copy that link, and now you're ready to turn it in on As You Learn. So we'll get more into Google Docs later. Our readings, so there's course resources here. And so if it's not in the textbook, I actually don't have that readings folder up here yet. I'm sorry. There'll be a folder right here that says click here for oh no, it's right here. I got it. So additional course readings. This is a Google folder. You've got to be logged in App State. And some of your assignments will be to read and respond to some of those readings. Almost done with the script. Now this is mostly about me. I don't know what that is right there. This is mostly about me. So this is okay. So you are going to make an A portfolio. We're going to use Digication A portfolio, and this is an A portfolio, but I had one. Here's one from a previous student. You're actually going to do different assignments than Ellery here did, but she wrote a reflective letter. This was from a hybrid class, so I took this picture of these 5, and they sat at this table. And so she wrote about her experience in the course. Here's a few more pictures. These are some of the assignments that she did. Your assignments will be different. So we are going to make one of those in the class. And then a little about me. This is me as a teacher. I started out as a 7th grade English teacher, and I was the head boys basketball coach at a high school in Indiana. I'm from Indiana. I taught every grade 6 through 12. I was a tenured professor at St. John's University in New York City. We've always wanted to live in the mountains. My wife went to high school in Asheville. This is our favorite part of the country, so we've really worked hard to get here. We love it. This is probably a year old. I'm a lefty. My daughters play basketball. I help coach their high school team here at Watauga. Charlotte, Izzy, my birthday present, my lefty shirt. I've directed independent films that have shown at film festivals. I've written 3 books of fiction, so this is sort of my English writer side. And then this is just about my family. I met my wife on a blind date in Charlotte. This is a pretty old picture. My daughter was born in Charlotte when I was in graduate school. Izzy was born in Connecticut when I was teaching at St. John's in New York. So you can check out more of that if you would like. And then this is a website, thetorg.com. And I'm showing you this just because to show you kind of like my content creation self. And so what I've been doing a lot of lately is I podcast on Sunday nights at Torg Stories. This is like the latest edition. You might have seen the film Glass Onion on Netflix. And then there's just lots of other stuff that I'm up to, etc. So that's thetorg.com if for some reason you wanted to know more about me and my work. Okay, I think we're done with the script. Please let me know if you have questions. I'm excited to work with you. We'll be in touch soon.